Hi everyone, and thanks for stopping by. Wanted to discuss a little bit about objection handling today, specifically handling the objection, send me a resume. So this is something that happens quite frequently in our industry. And as an account manager, it's important to understand how to have a meaningful discussion about why it's actually not in the best interest of our end client or the candidate to send over a resume. Specifically, we're in the business of connecting people to meaningful work. And we're as proficient at identifying and evaluating talent as, your people are at developing banking applications or software, whatever the customer actually is. And in the 50 plus years that we've been recruiting, we've learned that a resume is basically a commercial designed to show you what the candidate wants you to see. And most of the time there is a large difference between the resume and reality. And this is really why we don't send resumes directly without a profile, without a proper meeting, is because there's just such a large difference between the resume and reality. And that's part of what we do for the customer is really kind of get all of those realities for them. So one of the things that we could actually suggest to the customer is, that we can send over a profile, to prepare them for our actual meeting instead of just a long resume. And then you can explain that you don't have a resume. And you can even ask them if they have a resume, because unless you are working a lot of contract work, unless you're really pounding the pavement, you don't really have, a lot of people don't have a lot of active working resumes. And we recruit people based on their high performance. So they don't take a lot of really aggressive measures to market themselves in the marketplace. And so that's why it's difficult sometimes to take, say, an A-plus candidate and have an A-plus resume. It just doesn't work like that all the time. So one of the things that we always need to do a better job is explaining why to both candidates and clients and staffing. And one of the reasons, or some of the things that we can get into or speak to our customers about, is the information that's not on a resume. So things like the real reasons for making a change, things like technical proficiencies, salary history or expectations, the candidate's image, verbal presentation, his or her ability to handle people, their communication style, management style, overall ability, strength of character, current social environment, the spouse's degree of input, relocation needs, and accurate employment dates. These are all of the things that an agency is supposed to be able to provide an end client and partner with a client and also with the candidate. So again, this is all of the information that's not on a resume. So the next time your client asks you to just send over a resume, I encourage you to really get into a meaningful discussion with them and explain why it's not in their best interest for us to send over a resume directly.